Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm good. I thought I would come on today and talk to you about plans. I know you guys love plan videos just as much as I do, and I also like makes videos, so I do have one of those as well, hopefully coming up in the next couple of weeks. But I thought for now I'd start to talk to you about what I'm hoping on making in the near future. There's quite a lot in this video, I'm not going to lie. The likelihood of me getting through it all, a little bit. But you know, we have to aim high, as they say. Well, I do anyway. When I'm doing my plans, I'm kind of like, let's get a few things set down. I always feel a little bit better when I'm more structured. And then if I get them done, I get them done. If I don't, I don't. But at least I've got those ideas in my mind. Now, what I'm going to talk to you today is not very summary, actually. I suppose it's more as we're maybe coming into the next season. Now, I don't know about you, but I tend to kind of sew for the season that I'm in. But I want to try and start sewing a little bit earlier for the next season. Ideally, I'd be sewing now for autumn winter, but the thought of actually wearing something that's really autumn wintry at the moment is just like not good. You know what I mean? So what am I wearing today? I am wearing a Saltwater slip in this beautiful fabric that I got a long time ago from Rainbow Fabrics, and I've got this lovely cardigan on, which isn't me made, it is from Oliver Bonus. I completely and utterly and blatantly copied my gorgeous Rachel. She's had this cardigan for ages, and every time I've seen her in it, I'm like, I like your cardigan. I like your cardigan. And then it came up in the sale and I messaged her and said, do you mind if I completely brazenly copy you? And she was like, of course I don't. So I know I got it. And I'm well happy with my little self. And it goes really well with my little Saltwater slip. Anyway, oh, and I've also got little cat earrings in. Look at these. Cute sapphire frills, obviously. One is like an orangey yellow and one's pink, which is really sweet. I don't often wear studs, actually, but I'm kind of in love with these ones. They were in a subscription box, so I don't think I'd have bought them, but because they came in a subscription box, I've started wearing them, and I love them. Anywho, let's get stuck in, because I've got a funny feeling this might be a long video if I don't just crack on. Right. First one I'm going to hopefully make is, oh, I don't know what's happening with the piece of hair. Look at that. Hello. You get tucked behind my ear, please. Anywho, is the Pietra pants. Now, I have made these recently. I've made this version here, which is the tapered version, but I want to make next this version. I'm trying to embrace the wide leg look at the moment. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't normally make trousers, but I've made a pair of Sapphires recently, Sapphires, and this pair of Pietras, and I'm trying to explore the two-piece set. Now, when I first started sewing, I would always be wearing bottoms and a top, and then I got out of that habit as I started to sew more and more dresses, and now I feel like I can't get back into the two-piece thing. So that's what I'm concentrating on a little bit, is making some dresses, but then also some trousers with tops. So that's the plan. So yeah, I want to make this version here, which is version A. See how lovely and wide-legged it is. Now I have traced this version out, but I will need to trace this version out next. And I do believe the finished garment measurements are a lot looser on this one. So I need to just be a little bit careful of that when I come to decide what size I want to make. So I've got that piece of work to do. Now, the Pietra pants are by Closet Core. And they come in sizes 0 to 20, and they also come in sizes 14 to 32. So the sizing range for that is waist of 24 inches to 53 inches and hips of 33 to 63 inches. So really nice size range on that one. And I also want to make the shorts at some point. I've just been watching, I'm halfway through watching Julie Sews Her Own Clothes vlog, and she has made a couple of pairs of these. One's she's put like a little cuff on the bottom as well, which I really liked. And I have just literally been out and bought this fabric because I want a plain black pair of trousers. Now, I feel like they're a little bit boring when I make something that's plain, but you will notice in a lot of what I'm making that majority of it is plain. I know, what's going on? But that's because I might want to mix and match. So I didn't really have any bottom weight black fabric that would be appropriate for these, because I wanted them to not have loads of structure but also not be too flowy. So I popped into Fabworks, and it was one of the first black fabrics I saw, and I was like, that is the one. So I mean, not that it's very exciting for you guys, but this is it here, and it is like a linen cotton blend. It's beautifully soft. And it's not too thick because I didn't want them really thick. Don't know if you can kind of see that. You can almost see me through it a little bit, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I think that would hold the fabric quite nicely. I'm hoping it's not going to be too thin, but I've just been and bought 3 meters of that. How much was that? £21 for 3 meters, which I thought was pretty good. So I'm thinking black Pietra trousers. So that's plan number 1. Okay. And then to go on top, I want to make 2 white tops. Now you're probably thinking, I'm sorry, what? But you'll understand why I want to make white tops when I've made this other thing that I'm making, which I'll show you later on. So the first one is a McCalls pattern. I know. I'm trying to widen my experience and choose some of the big, they're now the big 5 patterns, aren't they? Again, Rachel mentioned this one quite some time ago, and it was one that I'd already got in my basket, and I messaged and said, oh, I really fancied that one as well. So I took the plunge because I'm a VIP member of Sew Direct, so you get them in advance if they're a first launch, or you get a free voucher, I think, for a pattern, and sometimes they're half price as well, what they would normally be selling at. So I've got this one, and that is the M8325. Now, it's got a few different versions, as you can see here. I want to make this version A, which has got like pleats that go down and across. They're like tucks. I want to experiment with that. I don't want to do these sleeves though. I am quite broad shouldered, so I don't think that would go down too well for me, but I'm going to do the sleeves from view B, hopefully. But yeah, if you can see, maybe on the line drawing you might be able to see a bit better. Let me see if I can get, I'm going to try and hide so it'll focus. Hello? I'm going to try and do this here. Yeah, and the detail at the top is a bit more detailed, or you can do it where it's kind of just like striped pin tucks, but I want to do the ones that go across as well. And then version C, you've got like even a little peplum and ruched sleeves. But yeah, so this one here with these sleeves, I'm going to give that a go. Oh, check me out. And I'm going to make it in a white Dobby cotton. Now this fabric I got from Fabric Godmother in their sale a while ago, maybe about 6 months ago, thinking, do you know what, it'd be good to have some plain colours in my stash. So I went through and picked that one out, and I thought that would go really nice, just nice monochrome look, white with those black pants. I think that would look really, really cute. So this pattern, let me get my details, comes in a size XS to XXL, which looks like it's around an 8 to 30 in the UK, although the size range doesn't look as big, but there's plenty of ease in this pattern as well. So the bust is 29.5 inches to 48, a waist of 22 inches to 41.5, and hips of 31.5 to 50 inches. So I think that would look really lovely as a top to go with those trousers. What do we think? So that'd be more of a daytimey look. That's the plan. And then for nighttime look, I'm thinking of making another Fleur by Fabric Godmother. I haven't got a very good picture of it, so I'll pop some pictures in here if you don't know what I'm talking about. I think you will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking of doing. I have so far made a bright red embroidery anglaise cotton version, and I have also, I'm looking at it there, it's right there, you can't see it. I've made a viscose animal print one, and I just love them. So I decided to plan in making a really nice white double gauze version, because I'm obsessed with the idea of doing a double gauze version to see what it comes out like. I think it's going to be gorgeous. So I've got this double gauze from, I think it was a Think Pink subscription box. So it's a white double gauze with these embroidered kind of leaf twig things all over. I know I'm going to be a bit dangerous by doing 2 tops that are quite high on the neck, you know, when you wear makeup. But I thought, do you know what? If I make them and it becomes a problem, I can just dye them both. What do we think? So the Fleur is absolutely beautiful pattern. It comes in a dress and a top version. You can make it sleeveless or with sleeves. I will be making the sleeve version. Don't know if I'd maybe the sleeveless version would be quite nice actually, but I think I'm still going to go with the sleeve because I like the idea of like the puffy sleeves and the double gauze. And I do need to make the dress version at some point, don't I? But I think I'm going to be making 3 tops before I make the dress. What I love about this pattern is it's got like the modesty panel down the front so that you don't see your bra. There's none of that bra stuff going on. So that is what I love about it. Now, sizing wise with this, it's a bust of 31.5 to 57.25, waist of 23.5 to 47.25, and hips of 33 to 56.75. And it comes in 2 booby sizes as well, a B and a D. The version that I do, which is the sleeved version in the B cup, doesn't have darts either, for the win. Yes, I think every other version does, but this one doesn't. But yeah, I think that, what do we think, would look beautiful in a Fleur. And then I would have 3 very different tops, wouldn't I? Bright red, animal print, and a white double gauze. I think that's going to have to be done. So that's plan numero 3. So seeing as though we're talking all about plans, I thought I'd talk to you about what I'm planning to learn with Skillshare, because they're very kindly sponsoring this video. Now, if you don't know who Skillshare are, they are basically the largest online learning community for creatives. There's thousands of creative classes across so many categories. It's all led by industry experts, and it can basically help you take your hobbies, career, skill set to the next level. And they've also got curated learning paths. They're basically sequential class collections, which helps you to master a specific skill. They have so many categories to explore, so from film, photography, cookery, all the way through to things like knitting, sewing, resin jewellery. And I've basically got a huge list. I've been going through my Skillshare app, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a laugh, because in the Skillshare on the website, you can basically save loads of different courses that you would like to do. Now, I am still in the middle of one, which is the social media content creation in Canva, which is by Maggie Strava. It's around 8 hours long altogether, but it's broken down into really reasonable chunks so that you're not having to do it all in one go. You can kind of come away from it and go back to it again, which is really good for my kind of lifestyle. At the moment, I'm in the section that's all about colours, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a laugh because I've written down just 6 of the things that I have got on my saved list in Skillshare. Polymer clay earrings for beginners, want to do that. Fashionable resin jewellery for beginners, definitely want to do that. Lingerie sewing basics. Now, I've been wanting to do lingerie for quite some time now, but I've always been a little bit scared of it, so I thought that might be quite good for having my hand held all the way through it. Happy houseplants. I know, seems like a bit of a random subject, but I have got a lot of houseplants, some of which are doing really well, some of which are not doing really well, and I'm just trying to do my best with them. I feel like I need to make some of them more happy than they actually are. So I want to learn a bit about houseplants as well. And also another one on my list is how to draw using a sewing machine, which is Free Motion 101. That's just a very small selection of the things that I'd like to do. So it's really interesting because when you go through Skillshare, you can actually pick out loads of different courses that you want to do, and you can save them all. So sometimes you end up going down a bit of a rabbit warren, and then you're like, oh, actually, yeah, I would never have thought of that, but I really do want to learn about that, etc, etc. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into some of those over the nice summer months that we're having at the moment. First 500 people to click on the link below will get 1 free month of Skillshare. So I'll pop all the information in the description box so you can go over, click on the link and have a look. And I'd just like to say thank you very much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Okay, so let's get back into it. So what's my next plan then? Let's talk, I've got my notes down here. Let's talk McCalls. Again, I know, McCalls again. Hey. Look at this. Oh, love this pattern. I've had this pattern also in my little saved list on Sew Direct for a long time. And this is the McCalls 8286, and it is absolutely delicious. You know, I love a shirt dress style. And I have got quite a few of them, but I don't care. But I like this because it's a little bit different look. So it is buttoned all the way down instead of kind of half. It's got like this drop shoulder almost. Now you can do it with short sleeves, long sleeves, or sleeveless. I think I'm going to do mine sleeveless, but I haven't decided yet. And then it ties round here, look, in the middle, which I love. Or I think you can possibly tie it, you know, to the side as well. I quite like this in the middle. I just love this whole look here, this one here. So I think that is the version I'm going to do, which is version B. This looks like it's a shorter version. This looks like it might be slightly longer and have long sleeves as well. But I think this is the one that I'm going to do because that was the picture that attracted me to this pattern right at the very beginning. And when I was talking about this on one of my recent vlogs, the lovely Curly Sewista, who's also got a YouTube channel, I will pop her details in the description box below, messaged me and said, oh, I want to make this as well. Shall we do it together? So we're not really doing a collab as such, but we've decided when we get round to making this, we're going to do it together and hold each other's hand because we're a little bit scared. We're a little bit scared of it, but we're going to do it anyway. So again, sizes 8 to 32. Is it 8 to 32? Yes, so that'll be US sizes. So it'll be, what will it be, 12 to 36? I think that's how it looks anyway. And again, it's a bust of 31.5 to 54 inches, a waist of 24 inches to 49 inches, and a hips of 33.5 to 56 inches. So really good size range. I've got the larger size range on this one, so it comes in two different size ranges. I've got the one that is 18 to 24. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that one a try. Looks lovely. So the fabric that I think I'm going to make it in, I've pulled it out to show you, but then I've had a look at what the fabric requirements are and I was like, oops. So I want to do dress version B. So I think I need 4 meters of fabric and I've only got 3 meters of this. So I'm going to have to do a bit of Tetris if I can do it. I don't know if I can. If not, I'm going to have to reconsider and think about maybe buying some fabric because there's not many, I don't have many fabrics where I've got 4 meters. But we'll have a look anyway. But this is the fabric that I want to use. Another plain fabric. Get out of here. So this is the most beautiful cobalt blue and it is a flax linen apparently. Now I don't really own any linen. I think the only linen I've got is maybe like a viscose linen and it feels a bit similar to that. It's softened up really nicely in the wash as well, but look at that colour. It's gorgeous, right? And I was very kindly given this by Rainbow Fabrics because I'm one of their ambassadors. They don't have this anymore, I'm afraid. But yeah, go on and have a look if there's anything you're interested because you can also get 20% off everything at Rainbow Fabrics using my code VIP exclamation mark VIP exclamation mark Ruan. That gets you 20% off and I get a small commission as well. So it's a win-win. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking, but I've only got 3 meters of it. Am I going to be able to do it or not? I don't know. But have you also noticed that everything I've just shown you is plain? Actually, so I put a post up about my Sophia trousers, however you want to say it. And because they were in a plain fabric, I was talking about it and I was saying, is it just really boring to have a plain fabric? I always find it boring. And someone said, just call it solid. I was like, I think the lady was Jenny. Was it Jenny? Can't remember now. She was like, just call it solid. And I'm like, oh. So I'm making this in a solid colour. Oh, that sounds better, doesn't it, than plain? Because plain sounds like it's boring, and it's not. It's absolutely quite exciting because that is in your face. So that is another plan. Oh, love that one. I'm praying that I've got enough fabric for that one. Next up, I know I told you there's quite a few. Next up is this one. Ta-da! And this is a jumpsuit pattern. So again, I've been inspired by both of my beautiful ladies. So Rachel from Stitched Up, she has made recently a black, I'm fiddling with my hair a lot. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that. Is that annoying you? Sorry, don't tell me if it does because I don't like nasty comments. Just pretend if it does annoy you. Just ignore it. I can't help it. But yeah, Rachel made a black Zadie jumpsuit and then Tamlin was here with Rachel and we were talking about this jumpsuit, and she said she wanted to make a black version with some modal jersey that we've both just been given from Rainbow Fabrics. I immediately forgot that conversation, and then a while later I was messaging them a few weeks later saying, I think I'm going to make this pattern in the black modal jersey, and Tamlin was like, yeah, that's what I told you I was going to do. And I was like, is that where I got the idea from then? I'm obviously very inspired by my friends, not complete copycat, honest. And I was like, oh no, do you mind if I make it? She was like, knock yourself out, we'll be twins. So I'm happy about that. So this is the Rydal jumpsuit by IzzoSewStudio. It is gorgeous. I have made her other pattern, which is the Dove Stone dress, which I loved. So yes, she contacted me and asked if I'd want to do some work with her, and I said yes, jumped at the chance, because I know Tamlin had tested this pattern and she looked insane in it. So I was like, I would love to make a version of this. So she very kindly gifted me this pattern to make up. And I have decided to make it in this black modal jersey. Now this is just a scrap because I've already got this cut out and I've already started this bad boy. Oh, look at the cat hair. Oh, the trials and tribulations of having two white cats. But anyway, yes, it's very creased because I haven't ironed this bit because it's just a scrap. But it's the most stunning black modal jersey. I don't know if they've got any of this left. If they have, I will try and remember. You know what I'm like, I'm rubbish. And put a link to it as well, because it's from Rainbow Fabrics. And it's so soft, but also quite thick. So you can't see me through that at all, can you? And that's a single layer. And that's kind of what I wanted for the jumpsuit. So I've been inspired by both my girls, and I'm going to make that in the black modal jersey. These are the different versions that it comes with. So you can do a play suit version, like a cut-off leg version and a long leg version, and then you've got 3 different arm lengths, so short, 3/4 lengths, and long with cuffs. And I just think it's a beautiful style. So it cuts across here as a wrap, and then it has like a drawstring through the middle as well. So I'm going to make this version here, hopefully, if I've got enough fabric. I've cut majority of it out, so I'm doing all right. I've started sewing up the top, and I've measured the bottom, and I've enough to cut out that, so that's good. And I'm going to do the 3/4 length sleeves, so I'm very excited about making that up. Size wise, again, it's really good. It's from a size 6 to 34, a B cup and a D cup. And it goes from a bust of 31 inches to 58, a waist of 25 to 54.5, and a hips of 34 to 63.5. So, black pants, 2 white tops, a blue dress, a black jumpsuit. I know, right? I'm hoping I'm not going to get bored halfway through making these. The little palette cleanser to make me feel better is my next plan. And this is kind of me trying to do a bit of a, not a capsule wardrobe, but trying to plan outfits rather than just random things. So I've got the black trousers, Pietra pants with 2 white tops, and I've also got this black jumpsuit, and I thought what would be really nice to jazz it up would be to have a denim jacket in this fabric. I know. Animal print, obviously, but how gorgeous is that? It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, this is a stretch denim from Fabric Godmother. They basically, it's Fabric Godmother's fault. So they sent a newsletter. I've got bits going all over me. They sent a newsletter, and in this newsletter, it was all about animal print, which obviously sparked my interest anyway. They had this fabric and all the other ones that they'd got online. And then they also showed a pattern which I'd not come across before called, let me just make sure I've got this right, the Midway Jacket. I'm assuming it's a French company because it's, I'm going to say this wrong, I'm really sorry. Le Perlines, you know? And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that fabric, that pattern, want it, need it in my life. So it is a boxy, unlined denim jacket. It's got a drop shoulder on it. You can have it cropped, or you can have it as like a shacket. I will put pictures in because I don't have it printed out just yet. And it's also got pockets on it as well, and it just looks gorgeous. And I'm thinking about going for the cropped version, which isn't like me. I tend to try and cover my midsection because I find my midsection is quite large in comparison to my kind of hips and my boobies. So I tend to kind of try and cover that. But when I see other people in cropped jackets, I'm like, that looks really cute. And I'm thinking this over the Pietra pants and a little white top and also that black jumpsuit would look pretty nice, wouldn't it? What do we think? Am I crazy? I think I'd get loads of wear out of this, but obviously I don't have much in my wardrobe right now that would go with it, and that's why I'm making these plans. I think all my plans have basically come around this piece of fabric. But I love how warm the background to this animal print is. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So let's talk the Midway jacket then. It goes from sizes AA to 0. That is a bust of 30 3/4 to 55 1/8, width waist of 24 3/8 to 55 1/8, and hips of 35 7/8 to 60 1/4 inches. That was a bit of a tongue twister, wasn't it? But yeah, so it's got a really nice size range as well to it, which is really good. And I just need to decide, because I don't want it to be too oversized, but I don't want it to be a tight jacket either. And I think I'm definitely going to go for the crop, but I will obviously still extend it by a couple of inches because of my height. But I think that would look really beautiful with both of those outfits. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know. And then I've still got two other things that I want to make. One of which is for husband. I know. Now, since he took the mickey out of me years and years ago when I made him a shirt and the collar was too big and he looked like Elvis, I told him I would never make him a shirt ever again. Ever. But he keeps saying, when are you going to make me a shirt? When are you going to make me a shirt? And I'm like, I'm not doing it. But I did buy this pattern a while ago, and this is the Wardrobe by Me tropical shirt pattern. I think I got it in the sale somewhere and thought, I'll get that, put it away just in case. But I do want to I think this nice relaxed shirt pattern would look really nice for my husband, and it's his birthday in September, so I thought maybe I'll do it for him as a little treat. Yeah, it's called the tropical shirt. It comes in sizes 2XS to 3XL. Let's have a look on the back. So it talks about on the size in height and chest circumference. So from a chest circumference point of view, it goes from 27.5 inches to 45 inches, and it goes from a height of 5'4" all the way up to size 3XL, which is 6'2". And I'm hoping that I've got enough fabric. 2 meters, yeah, that should be all right. I didn't really look at the width of that. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? Anywho, but when I went to Fabworks to get my trouser fabric, I also went to get some fabric for my husband to make this shirt. I saw 2 options. I sent them to him on WhatsApp, and he chose the one that I didn't like as much as the other one. But that's my husband for you. My taste was a little bit wild for him. I think it was like a maroon colour with like tropical stuff on it, or this one, and he was like, that one please. And this is the fabric that I've bought. It's just a really beautiful navy fabric with, can you see these little daisies all over it? It is so cute and it feels divine. What was it? It's a cotton poplin designer shirting, navy helenium spot, and for 2 meters it was £12, so it's £6 a metre. I mean, £12 for a shirt, you cannot go wrong, can you? So he is going to be getting made up potentially. This will probably be one of my plans that falls out the bottom. Is going to be the tropical shirt as well. And then last but not least, oh no, when do I think I'm going to be sewing all this lot? I'm delusional, honestly. But last but not least is my bag making kit that I got. That is my child just screaming in the background. He's okay, he's just very excited because he's playing a game. I want to make my Pepin tote by Noodlehead as well. This was the bag kit that I got from First of Fabrics. This is it here. I've still got it all packed away. And this is the outer fabric, and then this is all the lining in this beautiful red. So I would really, really like to make that. I've also got the wadding because I'm hopefully going to quilt it. Who even am I? Who do I think I am? But that is also on my plans list, because what I don't want to do is buy loads of bag kits and then sit there for forever. So I've made up my buckthorn, and then I've made one for my mum. I then want to make this Pepin tote bag, and the only other bag kit I've got is one that I bought from Jelly Stitches, which was like an overnight bag. So I've got that kit as well to do. So I thought if I make this one up, and then if First Fabric's bringing in more kits out in the near future, I can justify getting one then. That is my plan anyway. So, it was a bit mammoth, wasn't it? 1 pair of trousers, 2 tops, a dress, a jumpsuit, a denim jacket, a bag and a shirt. I mean, that's a wide spectrum, isn't it? But, you know, aim high, as they say. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about my pattern and fabric combinations. Do you feel like it's completely out of my comfort zone? And, yeah, let me know if you think I'm being a bit too ambitious. I think you should have like a little bit of a wager as to how many of these I'm going to make. I'll do the same, and then we'll join in a makes video and see how far I got. But yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had loads of time to sew, and I'll see you again soon in my next video. Take care. Bye.